hang out with people that's positive, not negative. Hang out with people that actually cares about you and cares about what's going on, not someone that doesn't care about you at all. They only care about themselves as far
Right.
as what's gonna benefit them, and not not reciprocating. Just be careful out there, because it's crazy. And also to the parents out there, to the guardians, just holding down, taking care of your kids, stuff like that. I'm a parent myself. Don't drop your kids off somewhere. Please don't. Um, be there with the kids. I would say be there with the kids. Kids should not be getting dropped off somewhere and then something happens. Shouldn't.
Right.
Especially kids like 10, 11, 12, 13. Be with the kids. Don't drop them off. I don't care if it's a park, a water park. Um, make sure that there's adult supervision with the kids,
Yeah.
because it's important. You don't want nothing to happen to your kids. I don't want I want nothing
Right.
to happen to my son. So I'm just saying, make sure there's adult supervision. If they with their cousins and tools, adults, cool. But just don't let your kids wander around like that. It's not safe. It's not safe.
And then,
We don't want them to get caught up.
right. And then to add to that too, as you do your part, and a lot of people still kind of provoke just to see a reaction. Even when you keep getting provoked, and I tell my youngest son too, because he has a hot temper and he's always ready to go at it. I just tell him, you got to be the bigger person. Like you got to pick your battles, and some of these battles are not worth it. It's waste of time, energy. There's also a consequence to it. There's a lot of things you got to think about when you're getting provoked. But I
Right.
understand, because when you constantly telling them like stop or get away, and they still coming at you and you walk away, there is times where you have to like throw hands, be like, look, I, I warned you. You know what I mean? And then especially be like telling the teachers or letting the adults know and they don't do nothing about it. You got to defend yourself. You by yourself at this point. So I get in all aspects, but at the end of the day, like my man said, it goes from home. Like you got to protect your kids. You got to teach your kids. You got to have them have the knowledge of it. How to protect themselves, how to deal with things, how to deal with bullies. Like to actually come to a parent or some adult that they feel good about to talk about it. Because a lot of things be happening to these kids that parents throw off, and it's sad.
Right. Very true. Sorry. Um, son called me. I don't know why he called me.
Yeah, so protect your kids. You say your kids are all that, everything. You got to teach them too. Don't be gullible. You got to teach them. The world is hard. The world is fucking hard. It's hard. That's all I'm gonna say. It's hard. Nobody gave us a manual book. We had to figure this shit out, and we still figuring it out. Ain't no script, no scripture, nothing on this book besides what God taught us.
It's very
Everything
true.
else, our emotions and how we feel, like we gotta figure that shit out. We gotta control ourselves. Sometimes we can't, because people like to push the button. They know what to push, but in that sense, that's also teaching you a lesson too. Like what buttons they gonna push, so therefore stay away. But like I said, at the end of the day, if you can't help those who keep pushing, then they deserve an ass whooping. They deserve the consequence of what's coming.
Right. They really do.
Because yeah, because you don't know what nobody's going through. You don't know what kind of anger they hold in, what kind of mental state of mind they're in. You don't know. And people definitely like to test the waters, but they sure gonna get that fuck around, find out. They really
Exactly.
do. And I
Exactly.
can't feel bad because it's like you've been warned. They told you to stay away. They put a restraining order, even on that, and you still coming. You deserve everything you get. No disrespect, to the family or to that person that is a family member to them. Like, nah, you gotta. At the end of the day, that's home training. And
Mhm.
if they got something going on upstairs that's not correct, there's nothing wrong with going counseling. We talked about that the other day. Like men going to counseling or women. Everybody needs a little counseling. It's
It's
not
too.
always a bad thing. It don't have to be a bad thing to go to counseling.
Right.
It's to release some of that tension, that anger, and let it go. It's a stranger. Let that shit go. Oh
Kids should go too. I thought kids could
yeah,
go
my
also.
son goes.
Mhm.
So I have no shame in it. I go, I need somebody to talk to, let some of this out, you know?